Today, in this chapter, we're going to look on how we can agree the verbs with their subjects. This is a very interesting chapter indeed because it gives you power onto how to construct healthy sentences. A particular essential question for the whole chapter is that how can you be sure your subject and verb agree in number? In this lesson, we're going to focus on particularly how can we agree the verb with this compound subject. In the next video, we're going to focus on how we can agree the verb with this indefinite pronoun. So to make sure that we know how to agree the verb with this compound subject, we have to keep in mind two rules. The first rule is that when subjects are joined by or, nor, either or, neither nor, then the verb agrees with the closer subject to it. One example is that if I said the president or his proponents look at the polls often. Now, if you look at the verb, then the verb here is a plural verb because it should agree with the subject which is closer to it, which is in this case proponents. The compound subject in the sentence is president or proponents. Now, if I were to swap these subjects saying the president's proponents or he, then I have to use singular because he is closer to the subject. In this case, closer to the verb. In this case, the verb should agree with the singular subject. Now, the second rule to keep in mind is that when subjects are joined by and or both and, then of course the verb is usually plural. Example, if I said Maya and Laura go to the library daily, then the compound subject is Maya and Laura joined by and the verb should agree with this plural compound subject which is joined by and. The same thing applies with both and. If I said both Maya and Laura, then I have to use the plural verb which is go instead of goes. However, we still have two exceptions for these two rules. The first exception is that if subjects are joined by and, they might very, very rarely, in very rare occasions, they might refer to one thing or one person. For example, if I said the painter and artist has been given a presidential award. Now we might say, why would I use has been instead of have been? Since I'm referring to both painter and artist. In this case, the painter and the artist refer to the same person. That person is an artist as well as a painter. Therefore, I have to use here a singular verb. But these are very rare cases, and they usually come in a paragraph where you know the context of that sentence. They don't appear in isolation. The second exception is that if I use each or every before the compound subject, then the compound subject, each of the part of the compound subject, is referred to individually. For example, if I said each man and woman is going to the convention. Now, if you look at the verb, which is going, it's singular, although the compound subject is joined by and, it's preceded by each. In this case, we consider man alone and the woman alone. So each man is going and each woman is going to the convention. The same thing applies to every. You can say every man and every woman is going to the convention.